Hey everybody, what's cracking? What is happening? Somebody give me a 5 for 5 and we will roll. Roll. Yeah, I might not get a whole lot of people here tonight. It's kind of an odd thing for right now. But hopefully we will. People, maybe people got their notifications turned on, and I do appreciate that. Guys, please, if you could, do the whole YouTubey things. Yeah, you sick? Yeah, this can sometimes do that. That Sims build chick, I guess is the name. So yeah, guys. Yeah. So I was gonna go ahead and wait till in the morning to do this, but I'm not. My daughter's got an orthodontist appointment tomorrow, and I'm not really sure exactly what time I can be like on, here doing a live stream. But I do want to get this out to everybody. And surgery, I thought I hold on a minute here, man. Hold on a minute, man. I could have swore I made you a moderator. Huh. Must not be able to do it from my phone here. Okay. Anyway, I thought I made you a moderator, surgery. I thought I did. If it, I'll fix that in a minute. Unless, because I'm seeing it, you light up as green because you're a channel member. But if you're a mod, you should still light up in blue. I don't know why it's not doing that for me. Oh, there it is. Never mind. All right, you got some blue paint now, brother. If you don't want that wrench, you don't have to have it. You just tell me, and no hard feelings at all. I like to people that have been here for a very long time, and I can't add everybody at once, but we do get people that want to fall off because they're not comfortable being mods. So I kind of try to replace that as it goes. And my channel has a lot of moderators, but I do think that what we got going on here works. But anyway, guys, hey Miss V, good to see you. Ain't seen you in a minute. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. There you go, guys. Telesurgery, congratulations. Yep, Jerry's already on it. Hey, Jerry, good to see you. Yeah, so I think sometimes, guys, live streaming outside of the normal hours, I do think that it helps some people that aren't able to be here during the live during our normal times. So I do want to, do that for them also. But just to be straight up frank with you guys, this my weekend was extremely busy. I almost didn't have time to. I mean, you see what time it's Sunday night, 11 o'clock Eastern for me, and here I am doing this, which isn't a big deal. 11 o'clock on like a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday throughout the week is almost kind of in that normal range. Because we do hit the 8 o'clock folks on the West Coast and stuff like that. I don't want to leave them out of consideration on that end of it either. But anyway, guys, and I know, listen, there's another reason why I didn't rush and try to do something really like just rushed and done to give you guys some content. Is there was so much going on in our world, and we all know what that is. I mean, we all seen what was going on in the political arena. All of us seen what happened today, and I will never ever give you my opinion on that because only 50% of you guys would agree. The other 50% would hate me. So I'll keep that to myself. And that I just think it causes arguments. Now there's definitely a platform to talk about that here on YouTube. A lot of channels they really do. Over at Adam and Dex over on Marfugal, they talk a lot about that stuff. Plus we had the whole crowd strike thing. I'm getting a lot of questions on whether or not the sun had anything at all to do with that. Guys, it was a software issue. Um, and that's not, and I know that people are gonna say that that ain't exactly what happened, and I don't know what happened, so I can't give anybody any kind of proof one way or the other. All I can do is report to you the news and what's going on, and I can confidently tell you that the sun has had absolutely nothing to do with those outages. Okay, we were not in any kind of geomagnetic unrest. Matter of fact, we were hanging around in normal kind of ranges. So, anybody that's had questions about that, the sun had absolutely nothing to do with that. Hey, Aaliyah. Hey, let me tell you something, girl. I didn't even see your icon until yesterday, and I really, really do appreciate that. If you guys zoom in on her icon, you'll see what that is. That's both parties uniting in the middle, overlapping. I think it's brilliant. I don't know who came up with that. I'm not sure if you did, Aaliyah, but that is so awesome. And that's kind of where I fall. I don't fall on one side or the other. I don't always agree with any candidate. And sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. So that's how I live mine. That's how I do things. I won't just support somebody just because. You know what I mean? Oh, thanks, Genius by Birth. You're just so awesome. You really are. I know I say it a lot, but you truly are. I hope you understand how much you really do affect this community. Not just here on my channel, but I've seen you do it over on Adam's channel, Adam and Dex, and yeah, Marfugel. It's just it's a continual support, and it really does make a difference. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. All right, yeah, and it's awesome. Yeah, Leah, I really do think that that's where we need to be, and that's where I'll stay. That's kind of, and I'll just say this in general. I've said this a lot in the past, but where's the truth going to? Where are you guys going to find the truth at? It's going to be part of this person's theories and ideas and observations, part of the other opposing theories, ideas, and observations, and then you could throw in everybody else's, and then where they overlap, that's typically where the truth is at. And that's usually where everything falls. And we could all go back to Occam's razor and all that kind of thing too. But I do think, there was something I did way back in the day. I didn't really like the term red pilled or blue pilled, because that in itself is divisive, right? That right on the face, it's you're this way or that way, right? And what happened was we got a reverse kick on that people started being really, really unreasonable when it come to what the truth was when you were fighting against the mainstream. So even when the mainstream was stating a fact that really had no reason to be argued, people were like pushing against it. So that was one of the things that happened. People go a little too far with that. So I'm not red pilled or blue pilled. I used to say I was purple pilled. I'm both. I listen to everything. So, and I hope you guys do too, and you guys kind of keep an open mind with that. And that goes everything in life. I'm not just talking about political arena, space weather, drama, or whatever we want to talk about there. But, yeah. So anyway, guys, I'll show you the eruption right here first. Okay. First thing, guys, Soho, or Seeds hasn't updated in like 3 days. And I'm beginning to wonder if maybe the CrowdStrike thing didn't have some effect on that, because it's not a usual thing for Seeds to not have data to show us. We can still see the data on other websites, okay? But it's unfortunate because I like to show it to you over there, because we do get a really good continuous continuity of images to put together a really good visual of when we have eruptions and things. So it is nice for that, but as you can tell, guys, you see that. Now, this is not going to look as impressive as what it actually is, because the sun itself is the background. This happened right in front of us. Okay, so watch right here. It's getting ready to happen. You'll see a flash and then a couple dark jets shoot up here. Right there. You see that? That's a CME. Now, if we were to zoom in, you could kind of see two arcs going this way. That's plasma rain. That's some of that plasma and energy raining back down to the sun. It didn't escape. But this thing just decided to blow right there. For whatever reason, I don't know. I mean, it didn't look too impressive to me, at least the sunspot itself. And the flare itself wasn't that big either. So let me show you the flare. This is the flare that caused it. It's an R1 radio blackout storm, which puts it in a low M class range. So, yeah, it wasn't something that I would have expected to push a whole lot of plasma out, but it did. And I don't want us to underestimate this. And again, I don't want to overestimate things either. But we have to be real with this. That is going to be quite a bit of plasma ejected out. It just doesn't have that visual contrast from the blackness of space. If this had happened on the limb, it would be very, very bright, and it would, we've all seen them, right? Especially on this imaging. This is SDO. From our point of view, this is extreme ultraviolet. This is the 304 angstrom. It's looking at a specific gas, which is ionized helium. Okay? So it gives us, we're looking at ionized helium. That's what you're looking at. So we're able to see these things when they erupt off. And this is the one we can see CMEs go really well on this one. Filaments that lay here. Now you'll notice that the flare itself doesn't look all that impressive on this one either, right? But if we go look at a different angstrom, let's do that. Let's go over here and we'll go to the 94. And what you're going to notice is you're going to see, I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm assuming that it's going to be like a bright flash. And then probably not much of a CME looking type of signature. So just let me point that out here. So it'll be right here. Okay, right there. You see that? That was the flare. Did you see a CME at all? If you looked real close, you would have, because it's over here. Watch. See that? Kind of in the corona, you could kind of see it moving. But that's the difference in what we're seeing when we look at different gases. Okay, so we see the flare action here really well, but we don't necessarily see the CME stuff. So if we look at the 304, we can see the reverse of that in a better visual. And if we wanted to, we can do a composite image, overlay these things. And they do that actually here on SDO. We can look at one of those too. I don't normally show those because they can get kind of confusing for people. So I don't typically do that because they are three different angstroms laid down one on top of another. And that's the other thing here too. Sometimes it won't even let you do it because the imaging this isn't there yet. They haven't made the composite yet, so we'll get a lag time on that. Maybe this one will show it. Nope. So we're gonna have to wait on that. But I do want to show it to you on the 131. The 131 kind of gives us a view of all of it. Is that giving me a? Come on, load up, punk. What is going on? What in the world's happening with this stupid thing? Well, I guess we'll X out of that, and we'll go back to that in a minute. This is NASA's version of the CME tracker, the Enlil spiral, and this is that eruption. I was surprised when I went over here and looked because it updated almost immediately. And that usually doesn't happen. But you can see this. This is Earth. This is the sun. This is a side cut. This over here is our orbital line stretched out in a straight line. All three axis perspectives, that's what you got to look at there to see if it's really going to hit. All three are showing a hit. Okay? Now, this is a side cut. This is what we look for north-south, right? Now, it is going to sail more to the north than what it is a direct hit. I wouldn't call this quite a glancing blow. I would call it more of a side blow. A glancing blow is really on the edge. And when that's really on the edge, we're talking about like the wake of it, just kind of glancing our magnetic field. Okay? This one is not that. This is more direct hit than that. Okay? You can see here when you're looking at east-west, that's why we look at the top down. It is going to our east. So, yes, that's reversed than what you would think. When looking at the sun, things are kind of backwards when talking about east-west direction. Over here, again, this is our orbital line just stretched out. So you'll see it kind of get disturbed. If that's happening right at our planet, that means this is showing a hit. So all three are showing a hit. Can I tell you how big it's going to be? If I had to guess right now, just off of what I've seen so far, because this is still very early on, and I don't like to do that, but I will give you an opinion, okay? My opinion is probably G1, low level geomagnetic storming, probably more like a G1, possibly maybe a G2. You know, on the higher end of things. Let's go back to the 304 here. There it goes. Okay. So yeah. So anyway, that's what's happening with that. We'll let this load. We'll look at it again. Forgive me here, guys. I need to take a drink. Hey, Trish. Hey, guys. Can you give me a roll call in there, please? I'd like to just give me a overall region where you're at, that kind of thing. I love knowing where you guys are from because it really does. I can go look at the analytics, but it's not the same, right? Because it's just going to tell me a country. It's just really not the same. But yeah. So as you can, again, guys, there's that eruption. Now we've got other ones erupting too. Okay, we were supposed to be having a G1 storm. Yeah, we're already past it. At the end of the day here, going into the 22nd or the 20th to the 21st, back here, we had those three little puffs of CMEs that were coming our direction. Now, I do think that they hit. At least one of them did. And let me show you. It just wasn't strong enough to do anything. We seen it in the data, okay? But you didn't see our magnetic field reacted some, but it didn't react in such a way that would point towards a geomagnetic storm, okay? Hey, J. Poss, good to see you, brother. But so when we look at this stuff, what do I always say? If anybody's been here for a minute, they know. I look for popcorn. So when they plot a data point on this, it's just that. It's a point. It is a dot. Okay? It works a lot like your TV works. Okay? I worked in printing for 20 years, and it's the same thing with putting print on food container bowls. I can tell you that for a fact. It's a series of dots that you see the image that you see on a TV, right? So when the data points are coming in almost at the exact same level, these things will look like more solid line. So when things start fluctuating, we get this popcorn look, right? So when that's happening, that's a clear indication that we're having some sort of space weather impact our magnetic field. Okay, it's impacting Earth at some level. It can be low level where we don't even talk about it, and usually when it is low level like that, we don't, because it's just not necessary. We don't want to just start talking about that low level stuff. The people get bored and they bounce out, and nobody learns anything, right? So we want to, be responsible with that and not overplay it or underplay it. But I can clearly tell you right now, at least in my opinion, we did get hit with these. They were here. You can see things moving, and not just one data point was moving either, guys. Okay, so you can't just look at it and say, oh, the density went up, and stop there. No, you have to look at this stuff and say density, temperature, speed, the magnetic orientation, or BZ here. Did it go to -6 or not? And this is probably a big reason why we didn't get to G1 like they were kind of forecasting. If this had been at -6 for any considerable amount of time, which means our magnetic positioning, we would be in a position to draw in the space weather. If it's in the positive, we kind of deflect. But this never really got to -6. So with it not being a very powerful hit, and this not at a -6, all that stuff plays in here, and that means no geomagnetic storm. At least a G1 storm level at all. Okay? Hey, Daryl, good to see you, brother. Deep Quake with 5 more, baby. Love you, brother. You're awesome, man. Awesome, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Guys, tell him thanks, whoever gets those. Please. I would love to. Hey, Stephen A. got one. Good to see you, bud. Genius by Bart Curb Creepers in there, lady. Okay, so let me, let's see here. I want to say hi to everybody on the, I'm going to go back quite a ways here in the chat, guys. Let's see here. Daryl's here. What's up, bud? Southwest Alaska, Portland, Oregon, Grass Valley, California. That's a good one, brother. That's a good one, J. Foss. You got a chuckle out of me on that one. That's a good one. Mount St. Helens. Well, I hope you're okay. Hopefully you weren't back there. What was that in the late 70s, early 80s when that thing was like, hey, Tab P's in the house. Northeastern Ohio. So good to see you. Good to see you. South of England. Is Stephanie in here? Yeah, Stephanie, what's up? How you doing? Somebody, hold on a minute here. Am I missing something? Yeah, guys. Hey, I do, and thank you, Deep Quick, for that, and thank you again, Genus, for the gifted memberships, guys. We will be doing a membership. I was planning on doing it this weekend, and then things just went crazy. So I hope you guys can appreciate that I do put my family before anything that I ever do. And we had to drive further than I thought. Traffic was horrible. We were going to go watch my daughter do a color guard performance. And guys, I am not even kidding when I say this. We had to drive through a parade. I was like, oh my gosh. And we're trying to get there, and we're looking at the schedule, and her time's changing, this, that, and the other. We're looking on Facebook. It was a mess. But we got there, and we were able to see her, and they did a great job. They ended up getting fourth. Her color guard got third, but the band and color guard together got fourth. And we had some big schools there. So state is in next weekend, I think, or next week. So state fair, they performed there. So hopefully we'll do good. They did good last year. My daughter loves it, and she is brilliant at it. By the way, she's just natural, and I can't tell you how proud of her I am. And it's it really has. It's been a good thing for her. So I hope you guys understand that why I didn't stream yesterday. But that is why. Also, guys, I got this stain on the back of my neck. I'm not sure if it was an ingrown hair or something, but it's not like anything was like nasty coming out of it or anything, but my whole back of my head, I think I got cellulitis on my neck is what I'm trying to tell you, on the back of my head. I fight cellulitis anyway. I've been running a fever, and it's something normal. That's why I don't sit here and just talk about it all the time. It's normal for me, so don't feel sorry for me. I'm not saying it for that. I'm just saying I've been fighting a fever and stuff, and I think I probably going to go get some stronger antibiotics than what I have here at the house. Usually they end up giving me vancomycin or daptomycin. A lot of that stuff's IV, though. I don't need that stuff, man. I hate that. They gave me those two medicines the same time one day, guys, and it shut my kidneys down. You believe that? I was in my 30s, and my kidneys were down. I'm like, what the heck is going on here, people? I almost had to do dialysis, but they gave me IV Lasix and hit me with that, and it jump started my kidneys. I was like, seriously, I was like 4 hours from having to do dialysis. And they told me if I do dialysis, I have to probably do it the rest of my life. I'm like, are you kidding me? What's going on? No. We're not going down that road. Anyway, okay, enough about my personal, yeah. But that is why, and I like to explain that stuff to you guys because I think you guys deserve that. Because you guys are the ones that make this channel what it is. So, anyway, here is spaceweather.com, Dr. Tony Phillips. We had like 12 or 13 sunspots, guys, and right now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we got 13 of them facing us right now. That's a lot. We are crushing the sunspot number for the month. It's going to well overachieve. Okay? I'm just going to tell you that right now. It's going to come in at a big number. What was it supposed to come in at? Let's go look. Let's take a gander. It was supposed to come in at, right here, that would be their predicted values, 106. Guys, I think we're going to more than double that, just to be honest. So what does that mean? Well, it doesn't mean a whole lot unless you want to look at historic data. So we can go back and see when the last time we had that many sunspots. And it's always interesting to go back to 1859 back here and see the Carrington event. Everybody knows that's where everybody says, oh, space weather started right there. Well, it started way before that. But, so yeah, you can see the sunspot numbers were right around 300 throughout those few sun cycles. They never got much more. So, and that's kind of where this sun cycle itself is achieving those kinds of numbers. It's going to get up there. I do think we're going to go over 200 probably. Um, I can't say for certain. We got the 171 here in that month, and the predicted was 103. Again, that was close to double. That forecast is just so wrong. So and that happens. I'm not taking a shot here. I'm just saying that that's what it is. But anyway, so let's also, that doesn't speak to how powerful things are either. That's just simply sunspot numbers. We can come down here and look at the radio flux progression, and this hasn't been being data collected for very long, so we don't have too much to go off of here. But this here would actually show you more of a how powerful the whole sun cycle was in that month. But yeah, but as far as just where we're at in the sun cycle and how many sunspots we got, that's right here. Okay. Also, I did notice we're having an uptick a little bit in Aurora here. This is a little bit more active than what I would have expected to see this at this second. What does that mean? Oh, check it out, guys. Look. See that? Look, latest observed. You know what that means? There is a R1 flare that just now happened. It hasn't even been put on this data yet. So we just had another flare, decent sized one. And that could go up more if it's still flaring, okay? I don't know. We can't see it yet. So just so you guys know. And right now, the day side of the planet, well, we can go down here and look at the deabsorption region. So anybody over here, I would be paying attention for radio blackouts. You will most likely be seeing them. They probably won't be very long lasting. Okay, so let me do this. Okay, so look, guys. When I do this for a reason. See, you see that right there? See, watch, and I'll go forward one image. And then boom. Okay, like that. So, what's that mean? That's telling me that it's probably not done flaring. Because it jumped in such a great way there. It got intense pretty quick. Okay? So it's probably going to go higher. Does that mean anything for us? It could mean a CME, another CME. I don't know where this is at. It's just, we're not going to be able to see it on any of the models because it's just simply not going to be there yet. So I'll have to be able to show you guys that tomorrow. But, oh, and right here, guys, look. They never changed this after they forecasted it. See the date? This is 2 days historic, and it's supposed to be 5 days out in front forecasting. I showed you guys this 4 days ago. So these are those CMEs that we're going to hit, and they just weren't powerful enough. Okay? See how slow they're moving anyway? They're moving really slow. We didn't expect much from them. Okay? So nothing was like, oh, but that eruption I showed you guys did produce a halo. Okay? So I'm going to stop it right here, and we're going to go find out exactly what time that erupted. Okay, so that erupted right around 1600, 1700 UTC. And if you're on the East Coast, that's a 4-hour difference. So UTC is 4 hours ahead of you, okay? So if it's midnight over there, it's 8 o'clock on the East Coast, Eastern Standard. So, but that's the time frame there. So let's go back, where were we at here? Yeah. So let's go here to, and this is going to have a little bit of a time difference because this is not the surface of the sun. This little white circle. That occulter disk is a physical disk on the camera. So, let's see here. Okay, yeah. You see that? Look. You see that energy coming around? So, the coronagraphs are confirming that that's coming right at us. Okay? So, that eruption is going to hit us. There's no way around it. I can confidently tell you that. Now, does it look massively powerful? No. Does it look like it's a baby? No. Now we're going to just have to wait and see what happens after that and to see what else we get, But yeah. Okay. Come on, guys. Let's keep it clean in that chat, please. Please, please, please. No vulgarity. Whatever. If I'm seeing that right, please don't. It's okay if it's like an innuendo and it's not like this out attacking anybody and it's not really all that disgusting, but just kind of try not to walk that line. My mods will get those comments out of there pretty quick. It's not that it can't be funny. I know we're all adults, but I like to have everybody, respect there. Okay, now look, see, look. So we got to an R1. This was a very impulsive flare. Check that out. Straight up, straight down. The flare's already over. Look. So it's not going to go any higher. There you have it. Hey, Leisure, what's up? Hey, John, what's up? Trish is in the hizzy. Daryl, Pamela Swan's in the house. LNG. All right. So let's go here. And again, guys, so that is going to be hitting us. All right. There is no way around that. That's going to hit. It did produce a halo. Coronagraphs are confirming it. The NASA Enlil spiral, it is confirming it also. This one, okay. So we'll wait for NOAA to update and see how that works out. But my guess is, it's all going to confirm it's going to hit. Now let's see here. Dr. Tony Phillip. Oh, he's talking about the G1 storm that was supposed to happen and didn't. So they either missed or they just traveling really really slow. And I think a little bit of both. If it was if you're asking my opinion. Okay, so let's talk about this comet for a second. Okay, this comet is very interesting. It's the Atlas Comet C2023A3, right? This is the one that they came out and said, at least the one researcher, I can't even pronounce that name, guys. Here, I'll highlight it so you guys can see it. Right there. Sakanian, or Sakanana. I don't want to butcher the person's name. That's a little bit of disrespect, and I don't like doing that. But they came out with a paper, some research saying that this thing was starting to break up. Right? In other words, it was breaking up and becoming like a group of separate little rocks traveling with each other. But now we got more data and more observations suggesting the opposite. So, and they're even saying now they expect this thing to hold together. And we'll talk more about the coma and why it looks like it does, and the sock that everybody talks about here. I'm not sure if anybody else was around during Halley's Comet. Obviously, I'll never be able to see it again. Most people won't. They can usually only see it once in their lifetime. I think, what is it, 75 years? That one's here. It's in the 70s, I think. That comes back. I was here for Hell Bop and all that mess. But this one, guys, they're saying it's going to be visible in the daytime sky. Okay, and like really out next to the sun. That is a very, very bright object if that's happening. And they're saying that because of light scattering. It's able to scatter that's how they know if it's breaking up too. The light will scatter differently. But I'm not going to go into great detail here because I don't want to just read his article. I want you guys to go read it over there. So go give him some love over there if you would. Hey, Wharton, good to see you. Hey, Joy. Hey, Gunswater, good to see you. Virginia's in the house. That's right. That's right. Okay, John, what's up? What's up, John Price? Good to see you. Busy as a lizard drinking. I imagine they got to drink quite a bit. You know, they're cold-blooded animals over there in the hot. Yeah, I bet they got to keep themselves cool. Okay, but this right here, guys, they're talking about the light curve. And I'm not going to go into detail what that actually is. But again, when you have a smoother light curve, that actually will point you towards a more of a solid object. If the light's getting scattered and it's not very smooth, like it's again popcorn, that would mean that the light rays and stuff are getting bounced off of multiple objects. Okay, so that would suggest that the thing had broken up. But this thing has got a very, very smooth light curve. So that's why. All right, that's why they're kind of backing up on that. Now I don't know what Denick. I'm gonna assume the Z is silent. Denick is saying, I'm not sure if I'm sure they're going to be looking at it again. They may come out and say, hey, my initial assessment was wrong. I don't know. And again, guys, we got a lot of time for that gets here. So, and we'll talk about it more. It's about 1.5 AU away from us, astronomical units. So that's roughly 123 million miles away, I guess. Is that what that would be? About that, okay? About 125 million miles away. An astronomical unit is 93 million miles, roughly. It's the distance between us and the sun. They use that as a unit of measurement because of where we're at in space. We know where the sun's at, and that's what we do. That's how we measure. So, and they also use lunar distance. See this right here? That's a daytime comet. That was Comet McNaught, photographed in the daylight, January 13th, 2007. I remember that one too. It was a big deal. When you start seeing these things show up in the daytime sky, that's a bright object, guys. The sun will scatter light and blind things. So, I'll just say that. Now, okay. Yeah, again, guys, this thing is on its way. It's gonna take it a minute. It's over 100 million miles away. So, it's gonna take a minute. Okay, let's see here. So yeah, guys, I don't really have a whole lot more for you. I tell you what I'll do before we get out of here, though. Hang in here with me just for 1 second. Let me show you guys this first. Let's go to SDO, and we will go to. Let's look at the. Yeah, that's what I wanted right there. That way I can show you the sunspots and show you how big Earth is compared to these sunspots. I think it's beneficial. I really do. I think it's good for everybody to get an idea how big these things actually are. So this is what the sun looks like, I believe, right now. Let me see. Yep. This is a current image of the sun. So that's the Earth. So you can fit the Earth in almost every one of these. That's about how big these are. So just so you have an idea, the one that just fired the CME is right here. Notice how it doesn't look very impressive, does it? It's just, the sun can do what it wants, when it wants, how it wants to do it. I can't say it enough. I'm just being honest there. So, all right. Oh God, I can't even imagine what you guys are talking about in there. I'm not even going to get in there and even look at that. When I see that coming, I'll never eat eggplant Parmesan again. Parmigiano again. I'm leaving that alone, fellers. Fellers and fellettes, we're going to leave that one alone. We're going to leave that one up in the holler. Because we're not going to go touch that one. Anyway, okay. So, let's go here. Yeah, guys, that flare is over already. So, let's go down here and look. Well, that hasn't really updated yet, so. Yeah. So, yeah, not a whole lot going on, guys, as far as at this second. But I do strongly believe that CME is going to hit. Okay? I don't see how it can miss when it's being... I'm showing it to you guys. Coronagraphs are confirming it. The models are saying it was going to hit even before I seen it on the coronagraph. The coronagraph is the LASCO C2. Okay? It is the... I'm sorry. It's these images. Okay? The blue and the red ones I show you. I show it to you guys typically on seeds. And like I said, here I'll show you. Show you real quick. See how there's not been any update from Stereo A or Soho? And when that's happening, it's an issue with the website. because we can still go see the data just in other places. It stopped being recorded here very early on the 19th. So that kind of sucks because I really love this site. I really love the images it gives us. So, but anyway, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to gotta take my daughter tomorrow. She got an orthodontist appointment. The rest of the day, I know she has color guard practice again. So I'm going to try to work out time to do a members only stream. So if anybody that's a member, and thank you for the gift of memberships, and anybody else that's joined up. Thank you, Deep Quake and Genius by Birth. You guys are awesome. And anybody that just decided to, become a member, that is, yeah, you guys humble me every time. So, and it does make a difference in my life and on the channel here. It really does. So don't think it doesn't, because it's a really great thing and it really does help. So with that being said, if you're a member, please click your notification bell. That way when I send them out, you guys will get the notification that I'm going to go live for a members only. If you're not a member, please click the notification bell and hit the all notifications. Because if you don't, you only get notifications every so often. So you got to click all. And you should get the majority of the notifications. Now, YouTube will only typically send out 2 notifications, like full blast to everybody that has their bell clicked, twice a day for each channel. After that, they step that down because they can't be doing it. It would flood the system and it would be really hard. So they only allow us a full-blown, everybody gets a notification twice a day. So, just so you guys know that. But, what was your question? Let's see here. Thank you, Genius. I really appreciate you. That's right. Yeah, Kathy, if you're asking when the Aloha, by the way. One of my favorite peeps in the world right there over to Hawaii. Hawaii, baby. Aloha. And our good friend Ripper. That's where he's from, too. I don't know there anymore, but I think that's where his family's from. So, he's awesome, man. Awesome dude. Anyway. Let's see here. Trying to give you guys a date on when I think this is going to hit. Guys, today is what? We're going into the 22nd. It just happened. So, I would say 3 days. 25th. Again, 24th on the early end. It doesn't look like it's moving at breakneck speed, okay? So if we look at the NASA model, it doesn't look like it's moving slow either, okay? The NASA model seems to look at, if you look at the timestamp here, when it arrives at Earth, is right around the 25th. So about 3 days, which is typical, okay? So, yes. Hey, Enlightened Truth Seeker, good to see you. And yeah, please guys, please click that notification bell so you guys can get here for the members only stream. I may be giving out a membership too on the next regular live stream. So I kind of feel bad for not doing the live stream yesterday. I do like to take a day or two off, and I can't just pick a day because my schedule's all over the place. And like I said, my daughter and my family, I have to kind of work around that. I used to do edited videos, guys, and I could do it 3 o'clock in the morning when everybody was sleeping, and that's when I was posting like every day. And until things slow down, I can't do that edited thing in the middle of the night. I don't like doing that anymore anyway. I like talking to you guys. So, but yeah. So, and I do try to give you guys a live stream every day. Sometimes, again, like I said, it doesn't always work out. But I went back and looked at my analytics, and I'm here consistently 5 to 6 days a week. And that's more than a lot of live streamers. A lot of people just don't even care. They just do it whenever, right? But and then there were days I was doing 2 or 3 when we had the big X flare, the geomagnetic storming and stuff. So thank you guys for supporting and being here and just always being here since the beginning and just keeping me going, guys. And my wife, she much appreciates it. This is her channel. Well, I'm just the one talking. I'm serious. So, just so you know. She is, she's awesome. Awesome woman. my best friend. So, anyway, guys, we are going to go ahead and bounce on out of here. And God bless. Yahusha saves. And as always, you can drink this Kool-Aid.